girl with a preppy vibe. Came to the spot with a friend of mine. She caught my eye. From the beginning, I was hooked. I can't tell a lie. Fresh, dressed, and fly. I respect her mind. Some dude trying to impress, but looking goofy at the same time. He bugging, she looking. I'm going for mine. Confidently, I approach with that eye-to-eye contact. She smiling while adjusting her hair, so I smile back. Pretty girl, what's your name? She said, is that true? Cause if it is, your name perfect for you. My name handsome. She said your name fits you too. See, we was clicking, and after that, time just flew. Then that time came to talk to her pops. He gave his blessing. And then that mind frame I had was honoring and protecting. I knew she was the woman we met. I found my future girl, and no other woman compares to my girl. Yeah, I knew it from the start.
Hey y'all, welcome to my live stream. I am still fashionista. Yes. Let me give you guys a little bit of time to come on into the live stream before we get started. I got some things I want to share with y'all today. Okay. Let me go ahead and get myself logged in on my tablet so I can make sure that I'm keeping up with you all. That's here on the live stream. Let me do that. Lord, let's see. Let me go ahead and get this going. Let me try to turn my volume down. But yes, y'all, happy Thursday. The weekend starts tomorrow. And guess what? We got a snowstorm coming here to the DMV. Okay. We have a snowstorm coming, and I need to go to the grocery store and get me some food and go to the beer and wine store and get me some wine. Yes, I need to do that. Let me get in here. So we have Mr. Lou, and you know it. He says hello. Hi. Welcome to the live stream. Yes. Are you planning? Are you guys scheduled to get any winter weather where you are, Mr. Lou, and you know it? I know you're already up there in the cold environment, if I recall correctly. But yeah, we're supposed to have snow here, I think starting on Saturday. Yeah, I think it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday for snow, and then possibly more snow the following weekend. So yeah, we'll see. I'm supposed to be going um on a work trip next week, but it's kind of up in the air depending on what's going on with this snow. So I think it's going to be canceled or either rescheduled. So yep, we'll see how that goes. But yes, y'all, welcome to the live stream. I got a lot of good things that we're going to talk about today. We are going to revisit um the Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels situation. There's been some new developments that I want us to kind of get into. Okay. Kind of give you guys time to get into the chat here, get into the live stream. Lou, and you know it says, what kind of wine are you going to get? I'm going to either get me probably a sweet red is what I'm going to get. This right here is a sangria. It's actually pretty good. And I need me some more frozen fruit also. Yes, y'all. Lou says, yes, winter is coming. Winter is here. As a matter of fact, whenever I go outside, like my finger starts hurting. So have to start wearing my gloves and whatnot when I'm doing my thing. So yes, thank you, Lou. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, folks, for those who are here. And yeah, we can go ahead on and kind of get started a little bit. So like I was saying, last week we talked about Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels and that whole debacle, right? Because basically Corey felt that Anton, really didn't have anything negative to say about white people. And to me, that's kind of what, took things to the next level. In addition, Anton was talking about backdooria, as Corey calls it, backdooria, and things of that nature. Mainly, yeah. So anyway, it was a lot going on. So they have continued these shenanigans into the next week. So on, I want to say it was Tuesday on Corey's show, he had a lot to say about the quote unquote side chick of Anton Daniels, which she said that she's not. She did a video saying that she's not, they're just friends. He talked about Anton's family. It was a lot. So I'm going to show you guys some of those clips. We're going to look at the clips. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to have some conversation about this, okay? Because I do think that, me personally, I don't think you should be talking about people's families. Um, However, I do understand that Corey Holcomb is a real ninja, as he like to say. So he operates off a different code of ethics, if you want to call it ethics, right? He has different bylaws in which he works off of. And so he does what he does, right? So I can only tell you what I personally think. Everybody do what they want to do because they're grown. See what I'm saying? But we're gonna go ahead and get into this first video, and let me know what you think in the chat. I am going to kind of like start and stop because I want us to kind of, talk in real time. So we got Rosemary here. Hey girl, welcome to the live stream. Glad that you decided to join. Yes. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this first video. Like I said, feel free to comment in the chat. I'm gonna be starting and stopping so we can stay in tune. Let's get into it, y'all.
Okay, I want to talk about the situation with the broad that he was with because she wanted to make herself known. Somebody else who's chasing attention. She wanted to make herself known. When I said, get your ass and your bitch up out of here, I didn't say no names because I didn't even know who that was.
True.
I was stabbing at that nigga. If you really smart, you know that. I'm you with the brawl, get your bitch up out of here. I'm stabbing at the nigga. I'm trying to bring some courage out that nigga and make him stop doing all that talking. So, the brawl who was with him, what's her name?
Don't know her name, but we got the video.
Play the video if you got it. Can you play the video? Yep. Let's make her famous.
How long?
Incident.
How long?
Now,
Like
This
2
her.
weeks ago, I was told that I was going to go on the 5150 show. And I was excited. All right? I was excited about going on the 5150 show. Now, it's Tuesday. I got on a plane to go from D.C. to L.A. I got to the 5150 studios at about 8 p.m. Pacific time. I met Corey Holcomb. I was introduced to him. He shook my hand. Then about, I want to say 5 minutes before the actual show started, I was told, I can't go on the show. I said, okay, cool. Then I was told that I could sit on the set, but I have to sit off camera. I said, okay.
Now,
Let me just say something real fast. First of all, hey girl, hey Miss All Things Key Nicole, how you doing? Hi Miss Brenda. Yes, I am doing pretty good today. I am talking about this activities here with Anton and Corey. But what I want to say here, so we had the lady who showed up with Anton that was just speaking, right? Now, one thing Corey did say is that he never gave the identity of who the chick was, which I want to say Anton did say on his platform that she was going to meet him out there and they were going to do the show or whatever. So it was kind of known, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, she went ahead on and did her own little speech on her page. So you know what? Everybody's talking about this stuff. She getting her little claim to fame of what's going on, right? You know how people do. So it sounds like to me from what she's saying is that she was told a couple weeks prior that she was going to be on this show. And it sounds like to me that Corey never, not Corey, but Anton didn't get clearance for her to be on the show prior to her even coming out there. You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like to me. Sounds like Corey had her, it sounds like Anton had her come out there saying, hey, you're going to be on the show. Thought he could just go up there to the site, to the set, and get her on. But you should have had a conversation with whoever invited you before bringing somebody to the studio to say, hey, they're going to be on your platform. Because you know what? I don't blame people. I personally would not be just letting anybody come onto my platform where I make my money and I don't even know who you are. Like, that's insane. So let's see what else he had to say. Oh, we got Abby here. Hey, Abby. Hope everything's going well with you in Canada. I know it's gonna be snowing. I think he said starting today or either tomorrow. Let me know how it is for you in the chat. We're gonna get back to this clip real quick.
The worst thing you can do is open your mouth around me. I'm going to be able to cipher who you are. Young lady, as soon as you ride on the lot, it's cameras.
Okay.
As soon as you ride on the lot, it's cameras. I'm gonna put you on the spot right now, D.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Now D is his co-host, Darlene.
You saw them get out the car, right?
Yeah, it was in my car still.
What did you observe when they got out the car about their energy together?
It was interesting for sure because, you know, to me, if you're walking up on somebody new, you freely introduce the whole crew.
Right.
And I walked right up to him and he said, oh, Miss Darlene or Miss D, whatever he said, gave me a handshake, what have you. Said, I'm not a handshaker, I'm a hugger. So we hugged. I introduced myself to the security guard. She was already walking towards the door. And it's not like he stopped her to say, and I thought, to me, I don't know. That's just very strange where it's like, well,
The
wait a
fact that
second.
she got out the car and just ran right inside and wasn't with him.
Well, she wasn't near him, yeah, but she was walking more towards the door without him.
So, okay. From what she's saying that she observed their energy and what she saw was that, okay, she got the vehicle and she was walking ahead of Anton to the door. Anton greeted Miss Darlene. I really don't understand how that exchange really, well, how does that have anything to do with energy as far as like trying to imply that they got something going on? Sound like to me, she may have been a little rude. I wouldn't say, oh, well, they probably together. I would say, well, maybe she's a little bit rude based on what she just described here on this clip. Um, so we got, okay, yes, Abby. So yeah, it's supposed to be snowing here in the DMV. I want to say Saturday, Sunday, and possibly Monday. So yeah, we're gonna get some of that snow here too, from what I'm seeing. I gotta go to the grocery store and to the beer and wine store. Yes. But we're gonna go back to the clip and let Ms. Darlene finish her accounting of what she thought was strange about this interaction. Because to me, I'm not hearing anything that indicates, okay, these people got a relationship going on that's not platonic friendship. Sound like this chick might have been a little bit rude, but let's continue.
I don't know. I just find that very odd because, okay. And then when I came in, I wanted to go up to her and introduce her. And I had already heard this stuff going on because Phil had made it clear. He said, hey, because he said, I don't know how that happened. Phil knows, but that where he mentioned something about the seats or a seat or something about her being on the show.
Hey, Phil. Yeah. I ain't expect you to say this. What happened with, because you told me.
And he made it.
You
seem,
told me when I walked in the door and I was looking like, shit,
Like,
this
what?
pussy motherfucker might not be on the show.
He didn't ask. Yeah, you said.
What happened with him?
He said something about her being on the show, and I said, did you talk to Corey about that?
Right?
And he was like, no. So I told him, that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah,
man.
he did. He said,
Can they hear
I said,
Phil?
Yeah. Corey rarely puts anybody on his show, period.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I want to make sure everybody know what happened. Because the broad said he had told her she was going to be on the show 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
So if she got any common sense, she should know this a cake-ass nigga.
Not Kate.
If she got any common sense, she should know, oh, you a fuck boy. You told me I was plugged to be on the show. Because I believe he told her that. I believe he thought he had bargaining chips with a nigga. He didn't have no bargaining chips. No, she can't come on the show. I don't know nothing about that. Just like he faked, like when he was on the phone, I told you, I come to do your podcast in person and woo, but then right after the show, he on there with Gooch and Yuck them on the phone. Some Zoom shit.
No, you mean where he said he doesn't really go on other people's show.
Right.
Physically, not by
he said he's got to come. But he right on the show with
What? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he was on the show with Yuck and Gooch, and I forgot the other brother name. But you know, guys who be up here at the Coin Academy. I'm like, I thought he said he didn't do that. But back on the brawl. So it was really sitting in my head. I'm like, oh, this his bitch. Because I know how that shit go. Except, what was that clip we played in the beginning of the show? Yeah. Play it again.
Was it 20,000 or 25?
You gotta work on that production with these clips.
Yeah, we can't do this like this too much longer.
I agree.
This can't be done. There's got to be a producer over there.
Go holler at Uncle Shaw.
It's destroying the point. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
What I'm trying to say is this, man. The man claimed Christianity over everything. And Darlene, did you hear me when I said, I think it was before the show started, I said to him, well, the fact that you married is one of the reasons I brought you on here. Because you brag on being married.
Right, I remember that. And then somebody else in the room asked him something about his wife as well.
Let me say this. So I will say that Anton does brag on being married. You know, he will always tell you that, you know, he's been married 21 years. You know, he has a child that he had while being married, all of those things. But what's interesting is that when he refers to his wife, it's usually he says like my chick. Like my chick. It's interesting that as you'll see later on in these videos, how he does actually say, you know what I'm saying, you know, my wife and family, when I show you that clip he did on that. But let me see what we got here. So all things Key Nicole saying she's doing good. Glad to hear that. Yes. Okay. And yes, they're getting snowed down in Texas as well. In San Antonio, I know for, in particular. So Abby also says, if I was Micca, I wouldn't have forgiven Corey Holcomb. He was out of pocket for saying that, but respected the fact that she kept it classy. Yeah, she did keep it classy. I didn't show the whole clip of what she said. But you know, she's trying to, you know, be in this internet space and she ain't trying to have no enemies. So yeah. And Corey has a nice size following, and so does Anton. So she's playing her role, you know, being the nice, demure, forgiving, feminine woman, you know, trying to get her, you know, a little bit of notoriety off that is what I see. But he really kind of had a lot to say. Like even after he saw what she said, the way he's still calling her a B and a bra and all that, he was doing a bit much. I mean, yeah, I get that he was saying, you know, she should understand that, you know, when he was talking about her, he was really directing shots at Anton. I get that. But when you saw that she put out this tape, you know, addressing what happened, you would think about, you know what, I probably did do a little bit too much towards her. She came at me in peace, let me kind of respond back in a peaceful situation. Mr. Corey Holcomb did not do that. Okay, you will see that as we continue playing these clips.
It was known.
Oh, I guess you could play it. Black people, do you hate black people?
I'm a Christian first. I'm a Christian first. I'm
What's
a
wrong
Christian
with that?
first.
Boy, you use your paper to fuck bitches you would normally never be around.
Girl, he's something else.
You a ugly ass boy. You a ugly ass boy. You brag on having no children out of wedlock. You got a picture of his daughter?
Now he diabolical
I'm a
here, y'all.
dirtbag. You got a picture of his
He is
daughter?
diabolical.
That nigga got a picture.
This motherfucker brag on not having no children out of wedlock. What happened?
I'm not gonna show her face though.
It crashed.
But he diabolical for this. He worse than 50
That's
Cent.
the broad.
Or close to it.
Y'all can get the broad off. That's his daughter. This man said he ain't got no children out of wedlock. Nigga,
That's Cool
don't.
Mo daughter.
That's who?
Not Cool Mo D, Cool Mo daughter.
That's the air up there, nigga. Look, nigga,
go
let me tell you
downtown.
something. Don't make no more kids, nigga. That bitch gonna be buying pussy like you after a while. If you don't know, nigga, don't ever brag on no motherfucking what you ain't got. Don't nobody want no kids with you, nigga. Don't nobody want no kids with you. Your prime years, you was a scammer, nigga. You was doing scams. Now that you older and found a way to manipulate, get dude off the screen.
See what I'm saying?
Get dude off the screen, man.
Now they up here calling that young lady what, Cool Mo daughter. Get the dude off the screen, knowing that's a young lady. Like I said before earlier, I understand, like, I'm not gonna talk about nobody's family, but I get that, Corey here operates off a different code. He's a real ninja, as he say, from LA by way of Chicago. So I'm just like, this is just too much for me. Like, I would not have sat here and talk about this man's daughter and his wife and everything else. Okay. Now, one thing Anton did say last week, he said, you know what? Yeah, his woman was in the room talking about Corey's woman, but he was not going to speak on who he had with him, his family and stuff. He kept that separate. But Corey here, he done went all the way in on some stuff. Lavonda saying, who is this and who is he talking about? So Lavonda, this is Corey Holcomb, and he's talking about Anton Daniels. So last week we looked at some clips where the two of them kind of got into it. Corey here was saying that Anton does not say negative things about white people. Anton ended up telling him, well, basically, no. Corey told Anton that he kisses the behinds of white people. And then Anton told Corey that he performs fellatio on black men. Now Corey has an issue with backdooria, as he calls it. That means homosexuality. And so they almost got into blows on their interview that they had last week. So we showed that last week. And so now we're kind of talking about what has happened since last week's exchange. So Anton was doing a lot of different videos and stuff like that. And so Corey did his live stream on this past Tuesday, and he's talking about Anton's daughter in this moment. Before that, he was talking about the chick that Anton had with him. Now Anton is married. And so this man is trying to imply that Anton is messing around on his wife. But let me tell you, he kept it light right here, y'all. There's more to the foolishness. But what else we got here? We got Smooth Will in the house. Hey, how you doing, Smooth? Lavonda here. Make sure I shout her out for her being a great supporter and everything. And yes, Abby, Corey was way out of line, took it too far. Yes, he did. Smooth says Corey sung low on this. This is real sucker punk stuff. I agree. And then we got Abby's letting her know who we was talking about here. Then Lou says Corey got no chill. LeBron says, okay, I know Corey from a show he used to be on Kevin Hart's Sirius FM channel some years back. Okay. I never do that. Then Smooth says, anybody knows Detroit people got hands. Even people you think can't fight, they got hands. And I mean, plus, Anton keep a bodyguard with him. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, let's continue on with the rest of the shenanigans here.
This motherfucker cat. I'm the captain now. Look at it. Hey, look. Let me tell you something. Don't make no more daughters, dog. You got to make it where your shit come out with a boy, so you can make excuses for him. But you ain't got no kids out of wedlock because ain't no bitches fucking with you. He was on the internet bragging, I always got a bad bitch with me. No, you pay a bitch to be with you, nigga. You ain't no nigga who got bitches. You buy bitches like the little bitch you had with you, goddammit, who motherfucking made that story sound like she wanted to sound. I got to town Tuesday. Did you get to town Tuesday? Or was you in Vegas with him? I don't know. Did you get to town Tuesday, really? So you let that man lie to you, bring you up here, talking about you holding the show, and you ain't mad at that nigga? I seen you on that show when he said something about dick sucking to the other dude. You know what kind of nigga that is. Little sister, let me tell you something. If you trying to get on, come get it on your back like the women who really moving up in the world. You can get on the show, but it's other things that got to be got on. That's all I'm saying. This is show business. You got to do what you got to do. You doing it's just you doing with a lane. That motherfucker spent you, told you, yeah, I'm gonna put you on the show. That nigga ain't got no power up here. He ain't got nothing to do. The only power he had was to run his mouth. That's all he did. Run his mouth. When a man challenged him, he bagged down. So if you want to be on the show, because I heard you say, I went to Corey Holcomb's show out in D.C. and he was funny and all that shit. Shouty, you can earn it fucking with me.
He insane.
You ain't gonna make no baby that look like that. You a little short girl, though. You gonna give me a little swole, little runt, nigga. But I hit bitches like that. Dude hit bitches like that because he flat out bought her. I'ma indirectly buy you. Everybody who I buy hate me later because they be like, he ain't really give me shit. Don't be lying, talking about you came out here to do the show. You came out here to kick it with that big old ham sandwich because you know that motherfucker gonna trick off real good with you. The show, you probably was disappointed because you ain't get on the show. That's because I didn't know you and you was with dude. You see where the show at? Meet me outside one day and say, Corey, I'm trying to earn something. We good. We good. You got the clip with his wife?
Okay, before we go to that, okay, so yes, all things key. I see your comment. It's for whatever reason YouTube is removing it, but I see it over here, and you're right. I need to be careful with him saying that N word. You are right. But he been saying it quite a bit. I'm not monetized, but yeah, noted. I agree. Lavonda saying she feel like she's late to the party. How did this all start? Girl, I gave you the clip notes. Literally, Corey and Anton had linked up to do a interview last week, last Tuesday. It was live stream. And like I said, Corey feels that Anton doesn't say anything negative about white people. Anton saying he got, he's an equal smoke opportunity giver, you know. And Corey made a comment to Anton saying that he be, kissing the behinds of white people. And Anton told Corey that he's always performing fellatio on black people. Okay. So like I had said, Corey has this thing. He has a term called backdooria, which pertains to homosexuality. He ain't with that. So the way that Corey operates is like, if you even say anything to him about some backdooria, it's a problem. He had Miss Darlene get out the way. Okay, Miss Darlene was sitting in between Corey and Anton. He had her get out the way so that you know, so she wouldn't be in the middle of the two ninjas as you know what they are, right? And so Corey challenged Anton to say it again about the Backdoria performing fellatio on the Black people situation. And Anton, let's go outside. They were able to at one point to kind of like get back on track. Then they got off track again. And I think Anton made a comment saying that Corey didn't have the capacity didn't have the capacity for something or whatever. And it just kind of went left. Anton ended up leaving. Corey told him to leave and take that broad with him and all of that. And so that is what started. I mean, if you look at last week's live stream, I do show the major clips on there, or you can just go and find the actual live stream on Corey Holcomb's page because he took off Anton from the thumbnail and all of that. So that's where this took place at. So we got DMV or nothing here. Hey, how you doing, DMV? I've been trying to recap and do all this stuff, y'all. So bear with me. Smooth said this guy is 57 years old behaving like this. Yeah, he is 57. He's 50 something. I know that. So all things Key says, just let you know, just in case they try to block the video on some sensitive stuff. Got you. I appreciate you, girl. Thank you. Abby said that's Corey Holcomb's favorite word to use. I agree. I have only seen 2 episodes of his podcast. The one that we seen right here and the one last week when they had the foolery going on. But yes. So yeah, he does have a podcast. All things Key Nicole. It's called 5150. So the clip I'm showing is from the podcast. Well, at least the YouTube version of this podcast. So yeah. What else we got here? I feel like I'm missing some comments here. Well, y'all, I can't get this thing to scroll. But we're gonna get back. So what we finna show next is he asking for the clip of Anton's wife, right? So we're gonna see what he say, about that. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so yeah, Smooth was talking about, Corey sleeping on Anton's fighting skills. Never underestimate anyone. I agree with that. But let's get on back to the clip, y'all. In the Backdoria.
Play the clip with that mark ass nigga White. By the way, if I get under your skin, you know where I'm at, homie. You know where I'm at. The clip with his wife. This is the funniest shit.
Oh, wow. Times it can be hard and sad and difficult because Anton has a lot of different personalities, and so you have to be a certain type of woman to deal with. Anton is very emotional. He doesn't communicate effectively. I don't think that he has killed anybody before. I think he's capable of it. I've seen him angry before. He's just like a totally different person when he's angry. He blacks out.
What?
All right. 9. She look like she'll be like, fuck it, I'll be with this little fat nigga. Baby, you ain't got to be worried about that nigga temper tantrums and all that shit like that. Come fuck with a real nigga. If y'all in Detroit, it's real niggas in Detroit. God damn it. They could come pick you up at his house. He ain't gonna do shit. You with a mark ass nigga who's stressing you out. Cause you saw it. I know you saw it, ma'am. When I said to your husband, I'm gonna do it in slow motion a little bit. Say I suck dick again. That nigga let your whole family down and bitched out. Y'all done. You will never live that moment down where he got punked in front of the nation. You think you supposed to fix it because you married to him. Look, I ain't gonna lie. I can't put you out front with my top 5 bitches, but I'll find you a slot just because you his wife. Come fuck with a real nigga. You know you can't stay with that nigga. His best years are over. What if you'd have had a boy? God damn, you'd have had a little slouchy little boy. You had a daughter, at least somebody will smash you. This motherfucker, them nights when them other bitches ain't answering the phone, they gonna call your daughter. Meanwhile, you could be over here with me, goddamn it. I got a bitch with some colder wigs than that you had on. Boy, that wig you got on, that's a starter kit wig. I got some bitches who do hair so good, boy, I'll make that bitch an 8. I'll make that bitch an 8, nigga. That bitch, what? Let me tell you something. I can make people think she look good. But yeah, your husband a straight mark ass nigga. I sat in his lap, the nigga wouldn't even swing. I said, say it again, the nigga wouldn't swing. You can't fix that, baby. He can't be hiring people when he get in town, whatever town he go to, having strangers watching his back. That's the best way to get robbed. The man said, I got more money than Corey. Well, you just marked yourself, nigga. And whoever is his security, you know they don't fuck with him for real. Big shout out to dude who was hired to watch his back when he got to town. I sincerely mean this. You was a professional. You didn't come over here and act like you was trying to break up the fight and escalate nothing. To the dude who was here with him, who had to get stuck taking that cake-ass nigga home, hey, man, I know that money is hard, man. You got to get that paper. But you did a good job, man. You did a good, I'm glad you didn't try to interrupt with it. But back on this nigga and his family. The pain lives on, Ton. Futon. The pain lives on. I'm seeing what you was working with before you had money. It makes sense. Now I'm seeing who you paying to be around you. The bitch really was dissing you in that tape. She didn't stand on nothing with you on that tape because she knows she embarrassed to be with you. What's the little bitch? I mean, Micca, right? Hey, Micca. Go on, hook up with Anton's wife and let me show y'all what Christianity is really about. The work of the Lord is here for you. And, hey, Futon, don't nobody want you, man. You a fat, goofy motherfucker who act like you about something. You ain't about nothing. You crashed out all week, and everything you said, you motherfucker shot yourself in the foot. And if I said something to shoot myself in the foot since I started doing this show tonight, guess what? You ain't say what you need to say when you was in my face. Remember that. What you needed to say, you folded. But thank you for folding. Now, what else we got to talk about, goddamn? Cake ass nigga.
Okay, so that was part 1. Okay. But what's going on with everything over here? Okay, so we got a part 2, y'all. I don't have nothing else to say. I mean, yeah, we got LeBron in the building. All Things Key says they just be giving everybody and anybody a podcast. Obviously. We got Abby saying to All Things Key, Nicole 100, some don't deserve a mic for those kind of conversations, these kind of conversations. All Things Key said the views is giving people love a good train wreck. Then Lavonna giving Lou a shout out. Yes, they are connecting in the chat. Yes. But yeah, Corey be doing the most. All Things Key said he not giving ninja vibes, not at all. I told y'all when I was looking at the actual video when they were doing this discussion here between him and his co-host, that people said he remind them of Bruto from Popeye the Sailor Man with that outfit on. And they said he was giving pirate vibes. You know, because I guess the sweater got like a few little tears right here on the side or whatever. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this second video and keep this train moving.
What's the girl name again? Kiki or something?
Who?
The broad who was with dude.
Oh, the chick. Shit.
Abe said it. I don't know.
Man. Oh, Micca. I'm sorry. Micca, I'm talking this shit, but I saw you talk. I saw you talk, Micca. I know you know what's up. The way you left out of here and you wasn't saying nothing, I know you know what's up. Work the lame. You ain't got to stop fucking with the lame. But what I'm saying to you is this. If you looking for a real lick in life, I'm talking about some knowledge on who to be for real. Not that fake shit. Come put in work with a real nigga. Don't talk around it. And don't be shy about looking for this knowledge, because I seen it in your eye. You want this knowledge. Come get it. I didn't look at you because I knew you was with the little lane. Get your hustle on the butterball, nigga. But what I'm saying that, and the reason I'm saying this, because the nigga played himself like a bitch in front of me and you. He let a nigga run up on him in front of you. In front of you. You can never fix that. You waiting to say it. Say it and get it over with. Tell that nigga. That's why Corey was gonna beat your ass if you would have said that shit, nigga. Tell him so we can begin what we trying to do. I'm not saying I'm crazy about you. I'm just saying I know you are looking for some knowledge I can give you. And even after we ain't together no more, you will always be free mentally. Come get this knowledge from a real nigga. God damn it, now you got to lay down. You got to lay down. But I ain't gonna take up a lot of your time. I can meet you, say you live in D.C., I got bitches in D.C. I'll go see you before I go see them so you get the best of me. Don't be scared to stand on it. Come get it, girl. I'm here for you. God damn it, I know you work that ham sandwich. God damn it, shit, I'm gonna have you get some for me. Because he, like he said, he got money, I don't. Yeah. I ain't got no money, dude. But if you got money and you fucking with me, guess what that means? I got money too, nigga.
Oh my God.
Did you see what she said? And Miss Daniels, listen. God damn it, I know what I said might not sit well because I talked about the offspring you had with that thing. I know you can make a better looking baby than that. I'm willing to show you, God damn it. I will take vitamins to make sure I shoot to the spot where the cute baby at in the back of you. Y'all come see me and leave that little runt alone. I'm the man. You won't be crashing out on the internet, Miss Daniels, talking about, I don't know what about him. And I'm going to hook your wig up, and I'm going to knock it down where that other hair at. This is 5150, homie. This ain't that nonsense. It's real life. Even though people would say I'm joking, you know it's real. You don't have to be suffered with no little bitty man walking up to multiple men talking about dick sucking. That's a sissy.
I don't know if this real.
That's a sissy. I'm telling you.
Man.
He was talking shit about you, Craig.
Yeah, he said my name. I did a few videos on him. He don't want no smoke for real.
I know, he ain't gonna never be in your face. He'll never stand in front of you unless...
Okay, y'all. So, yeah. Now, he's something else. I mean, he done sat here and trying to give a direct call, like a direct line of communication to Anton's wife here and to Micca, and talking about the white wig and all kind of stuff. Like he is something else. That man is something else. He knows no limits here, honey. LaVonda said, "This is crazy." Abby said, "Help me help you." And LaVonda said, "So has the other dude replied?" Oh, that's next. Yeah, that's next, girl. I had to come with the reply. You know, I had to go and get that for us here. Because well, LaVonda, you know, they almost threw hands in person at part one of the foolery. At last week's foolery. Hey, boy Monkey, welcome to the live stream. Good evening. Yes, we got Bull Monkey in the house. All things King says, woo child. So yes, LaVonda, yeah, he did reply back. I'm gonna show that to you. And this has been going on the internet since last Tuesday, LaVonda. So yeah. Let's see. So all things Key said, Corey, go call your mama because she failed you. Interest, yeah. Yeah, she did some. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what Anton had to say, and this kind of goes back to what Abby stated earlier in the chat, like, Anton may be seeking, potential, you know, legal action. And so when you see this clip, you kind of get that vibe from what he was saying, because he does say that, he was told he can only say but so much, you know, for whatever reason. So that's my estimation. But let me show you guys that real quick. But let me just say this, like I have said this multiple times. Corey is a self-proclaimed real ninja, okay? And so he's not operating off of the same code of ethics that normal people operate off of. Like, like not talking about people's kids and their family on the internet. So he different. So you really can't expect somebody of this mindset to behave in a sensible fashion, if that makes sense. So everything that he did that you guys just saw for the last 30 minutes, that in his mind, that is what he is supposed to do. Okay, like when they had the exchange last week, Corey spent a lot of time trying to explain to Anton, you can't tell a man, certain things, right? And I get what he's saying, but at the same time, you can't sit here and tell somebody they kissing somebody behind and then expect them to just be like, oh, okay, and not return that same energy towards you. Like, that's not gonna happen. Like, you on this internet with these cameras, and people watching, and people are going to, want to make sure they're not being disrespected. And if they are, they're gonna, respond. That's all. This is all about ego here. Okay. So I want you guys to see how Anton responded to what you just saw from Corey Holcomb. And also, let me just point this out. Anton did say last week that the two people that are the co-hosts for Corey, I forgot the guy's name, and Darlene, he was saying that they really don't check Corey when he be out of pocket. And so honestly, this is another example of that. Like, I think when he asked about, well, do you have a picture of the kid? I think Darlene kind of made a noise, like, mm, you know, but his friend, the dude, was with it. Like, didn't nobody sit there and say, well, hey, Corey, we probably shouldn't show his kid, on the show. That's probably not a good thing to do. His child is under 18. You know what I'm saying? But let me go ahead and play the clip. Let me get to that.
There are some people that are watching this right now that I remember used to being here all the time, and there was heavy supporters. And now I see that some of them are a little bit different. Like, for example, Vatos Bulldog says, stop the cap like you didn't wake up ready to respond. I'm going to speak to that. Vatos Bulldogs used to be a very, very heavy supporter of the show. But what I've realized is people will switch and change depending on how messy that they want you to be.
True.
So I'm going to address this like this, because the thing that I tell people all the time is you never, ever, 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 yeah, facts, fair weather friends. We know what it is. We know what it is. We've even revived some people's platforms with hate. But in a month, those same platforms are going to have to figure out what else to talk about once this whole thing dies down. All right. But let me get to exactly what it is that y'all want to talk about. So, of course, I'm familiar. And of course, people were sending it to me yesterday and all of that, right? They were sending me everything that was being said about my daughter and my wife and all of that stuff, right? And so the thing that I try to tell people on a regular basis is this: never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, let your emotions make you make illogical decisions. We are a thinking people now. We are evolving. We are no longer subjecting ourselves to the same rules as the streets, as the culture, as the thing that we criticize the most. So I'm going to just say this. I'm not going to make it a long thing. I'm going to be very, very clear. And we're going to move on. I'm not going to address it again. All right.
Okay.
So here's the thing. Since the beginning of time, I've always, my number one thing in life, above all, when I made the decision that I wanted to have a kid, and I said that I was only going to have one kid because I wanted to make sure that I poured every single resource that I could into the kid, right? And that is the purest thing that we can do, is that we can take care of our children. Our children are the ones that are our future. Now, I'll give you a little bit of insight for those of you that may not be familiar with my daughter. USA team, at different points throughout the year, she's usually ranked about number 2 or number 3 in the country. Junior Olympian, probably has close to over 325 medals, of which 200 and maybe 80 of them are gold. Has traveled across the world representing our country, and is probably the sweetest soul that I personally know. Now, of course, we can be a little bit biased because all of our kids are the sweetest things to us. Those of us that are in our kids' lives and that are participating in our children's lives. Mm-hmm. But a very, very accomplished minor child, meaning that she's still a child. And one of the things that I tell my daughter every single day is that I want you to stay in a child's place. I never want you to grow up too fast. I never want you to be out here doing things that you're not supposed to do, because you have an expectation on your life. And so the thing that I've always done is try to protect my daughter against the world, from the world. And what this has shown me is that eventually all of our children, and she is still a child because she is an underage child, all of our children eventually will have to see how ugly the world is. All of them. Regardless of how we feel, regardless of what happens, all of our children will have to see what the world is. What we as parents are supposed to do is protect them as long as possible, until they have to see what the world does, right? So this is what I'm gonna say. My focus right now, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get into the show. My focus right now is trying to figure out the psychological damage, impact, and trauma that has been done to my daughter.
Y'all heard that?
I pulling her out of school, early therapy, making sure that she is protected, trying to see what the fallout will be.
Let me just stop right quick. Just so you guys understand, like, this video right here is him responding like the very next day after Corey did his speech the night before. And so do you hear the words that he's using, like psychological damage and all that kind of thing? Pulling my child out of school, getting her assessed. Okay, he's using a certain language, okay? And that's why, when Abby was saying, like, he's probably going to sue, like, to me, when he's speaking in this way, he's laying out the plan, if you will, for a case. You know what I'm saying? Going to get her assessed by a doctor, putting her into therapy. I mean, this happened literally the night before. Seriously. So he got what you call bag chasers. He the king of them. He ain't playing with these folks. He's getting documentation now that's going to help him set up a case regarding, harm done to his minor child, because as you will see, he's gonna really lay in on the minor child. She is 17, but she's still under 18. So let me let you guys hear the rest. Let me get this back going.
As far as her having to be removed from some of her competitions because of a lot of different things, including online bullying and psychological damage. There's a lot of fallout from what happens to my daughter's life because she is so accomplished. She has some of the greatest schools in the United States of America that has been seeking her out, scholarships, looking for her to join the team. She is on track to be a United States Olympian. She was supposed to be possibly in the next Olympics. And I don't know how damaging this is to her psyche. I don't know. Who knows? This can be a lifetime of damage. We don't know what butterfly effect things that we do to our children. And the one thing that most fathers, Black fathers, try to do is they try to make sure that their children are protected.
Okay.
That's what we do. As fathers, we don't really care what happens to us, right? Because that's just life. But we never, ever can imagine what would happen to our underage children. No. No matter what happens to us, we don't want anything. For those of us that are in our daughters' lives, we don't want anything to happen to our children. Under no circumstance. And so I don't know. I think that a lot of people don't really understand the impact. And I'm speaking to all of us, for all of us. We don't always know what the impact is to our children. We don't know the psychological damage, the emotional damage, the wreck that happens in their lives when other people go after children. I thought that children was off limits. But
children are off limits to sensible people. When you start dealing with people who say they operate up the streets and they are real ninjas and doing all these things that this man talking about, you're not talking to another dad. You know what I'm saying? You talking to somebody that don't care about your kid, don't care about your wife. For him, anything's possible. So you saying you thought kids were off limits? Like, did you put anything into an agreement to where you said, okay, we do this interview and we will not talk about this, that, and the other? I highly doubt if he did anything like that with that type of stipulation. But no, you care about your daughter because you are her dad. These other people out here do not care about your kid, your wife, your nothing. They don't care about it. So you can't really expect people to care about what's important to you. That's what he need to understand. So I think he thought that when he had that blow, that that exchange with Corey's gonna stay between the two men. No, when you was walking out of the facility, he was taking shots at the lady you had there with you, which is somebody that he has on his team. She's on room 9, which is his panel and all of that. So, this is somebody he does employ in his company, all of that. But he was taking shots at her, and all she was doing was being present. He was taking shots implying that, you was messing around with your wife. So what made you think that this man was going to care about your minor child or your wife or any of that? He does not care. Okay.
I guess not. I guess not. So my number one concern, and I'm going to say this, and again, this is for all of the civil, awesome Black people out there and people in the United States of America that want to ensure that their children are protected. My number one goal is to always try to figure out how I can protect my underage child. My underage child. That's all I care about.
So let me say this. So I see where Abby wrote, well, YouTube removed it. It said Corey Holcomb is asking for trouble. He wanted that smoke. Well, it's coming for him now. Yeah, I think so. I think so because at the end of the day, Anton is a businessman. You know, Corey Holcomb is a comedian and he has a podcast and everything. But I mean, don't think that Anton, and he said his net worth is insane. So him going to get a lawyer, retaining one for say 10K, that's nothing for him to make a point. So there you have it. But let's continue real fast.
Never imagined in 1,000 years the psychological damage and the impact, the cries that I had to hear, you know? My immediate concern was, oh my God, who do I call?
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't call anybody because everything was closed at the time. So immediately pulling her out of school, immediately making sure that I go and assess the damage, trying to figure out if we're able to get her into the same competitions. Coming up, she literally just texted me probably less than 48 hours ago. All of the different competitions that she had lined up for this year. We were supposed to go to Great Britain. We were supposed to go to a lot of places. I don't know if we can still do that. I don't know if that's possible. Because I don't know if she has the, you know, their brain isn't even fully developed. You know? Literally. So crazy. She had just sent me her pictures, her senior pictures, and she had also sent her schedule. Literally, this was yesterday at 10:22 p.m. At 10:22 p.m. Let me show you. See that? See the schedule? The tentative, see how it says tentative schedule?
Yeah, we see it, Anton.
Leslie Daniels right here.
Yeah.
She was sending me her tentative schedule for the calendar year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she'll be able to do that. I've invested millions and millions of dollars. Millions of dollars into the well-being of my child.
Okay.
She's broken. She's broken. So for me personally, I have to figure out what that looks like.
Okay.
And I'm willing to do anything to protect my child, to make sure that they get the best care possible, to ensure that hopefully she can recover from this. So that's all I have to say. I don't know what else y'all looking for. Any father understands.
Okay.
Any father understands what I'm saying. Any father that is in their child's life understands the impact. You know what your child feel like. You can sense it on them. You can feel it on it. You know what it feels like to take care of a sick child? You ever had a child that you had to sit with that had a fever, and then you had to break the fever because none of the medicine was working? Some of us have been there. That's what it feels like. It's like trying to break a fever, but You don't know what long-term damage that could make. Our entire life, we've done everything to protect our child, ensured that she's never, ever, ever needed anything whatsoever.
Okay.
Pray for me and my family. Pray for me, my wife, and my family. God bless. That's all I have to say about that. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm. And at this point, I've been advised not to say anything else about it. So that's all I've been authorized to say. Had a couple emergency phone calls. The only thing that I can say at this point is that I can't say anything else about it. First, I need to go and make sure that my daughter is okay. And so it's a lot of tests. I'm not sure if she got to get pulled out of school for the rest of the year. This may affect her in that way. So I have to make sure that she's okay. She's no longer safe even going to school anymore. We got to protect our babies. We got to protect our babies. Under no circumstances will I ever allow for my daughter to go under. Unfortunately for the majority of the community, unfortunately, they don't have the wherewithal. They don't have the context. They don't have the resources to be able to invest in fixing. So a lot of times our community has to suffer with the psychological trauma and they have to grow up with that. I just so happen to be one of the people of the ilk that can make the adjustment to where I can hopefully try as best as I could to maybe get her at 70, 75, 80% at some point. She was on track to be an Olympian.
Okay, so y'all heard from the man himself, right? So what y'all think about that? That was the response. What y'all think about that? Okay. Like I've been chatting with Abby here and basically was saying, we think there's gonna be a lawsuit coming here. We got Reed 7114. Welcome to the live stream. Saying, boy, this lawsuit gonna be legendary, ain't it though? And I'm gonna make sure I stay in the know of it too. Abby said, well, that's devastating. Now, Abby, let me say this. Now, I don't want to be no naysayer, but I do think that he playing this up a little bit. Okay, he playing it up a little bit. Now, I'm not saying, baby girl, not hurt by the words, but I think that Anton is really doing it big for what he got and what he's envisioning for what he gonna do next. So, yeah. And I'm here to tell you, if you're trying to do a case, you gotta have that documentation together with the medical to get those damages and all that good stuff. So yeah, I think that she might be hurt a little bit. Now, do I think that it's to the extent that he's trying to portray it? I don't know. I mean, I don't know his daughter. Maybe she's extremely sensitive. I don't know, but I think he is playing it up a little bit. But I ain't mad at him because he finna get to another bag, is what it sounds like to me. Was on track to be an Olympian. Okay. I don't know. Reed said he's framing it quite well, ain't he though? That's my point. He framing it to a T. I mean, he got Abby saying it's devastating. Yes. He playing on them heartstrings with his word choice and with the tone and everything. Let me make sure I don't be talking like Corey here. You know how he with his cadence. Make sure I don't be sounding like him on here. But yeah, he definitely spoke to a lawyer. Yep. And we got Loose saying got the hand in the face. Yeah. So this I'm gonna make sure I stay, in the loop on this, y'all. To see what happened next with all this. Because you may have the code of the streets, but some people got the code of law that they following. So I'm sure he didn't talk to somebody and he was told that he may have something here. And with everything being public, then he went and got that girl picture. Like, come on, sir. Cyberbullying is real, y'all. But yes. So that's all I have when it comes to the Corey and Anton. So I'm gonna see if y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about with that. And then, I got me a few random videos for us to look at and everything. But yeah, like I said before, with Anton, like these folks don't care about your kids and your family. That man up here talking about, wife need to get with him and he can turn her into an aide and he knows somebody that can make her some better wigs. You got to start. I mean, he was going in, but this is a comedian. This what he do. You know what I'm saying? And I had seen some clips of her talking about Anton, the wife, and I was kind of like, well, why would she put that out here on this internet? But people do what they do for whatever reason, and that man took that video and flipped it. But that's kind of the price you pay when you got a husband that is kind of like a public figure, and yeah, you can't. It's hard for him to kind of separate the families. He's telling people his daughter's name, they can find her and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's hard to kind of separate the family from you when you giving out their names and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got them on video. So people finding them and they gonna take shots at them to get at you. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, all things Key Nicole said, probably for a coin. Oh yeah, everything these folks do be for a coin. You right about that. But let's go ahead into these random videos, y'all. I forgot what I have on here, but it's gonna be entertaining nonetheless. Let's get into it.
If you've ever wondered why people say Miami tests friendships and Vegas tests relationships, let me tell you about my New Year's Eve last night. 4 of us get ready to go out. I already DM'd the promoter for Vendom, so that way he said we can get in, there'll be alcohol, no, wait at the door, everything's all good. We pull up, one of my friends is plus size, and they tell her that she has to pay $300 at the door. We all thought we were gonna have an expense-free night, so no one wanted to pay for the $300 entry fee. We spent over 2 hours trying to figure out if we're going to split it. Can she put on her credit card? Whether we're just going to leave, go to another club, like literally just doing everything. And we spent over 2 hours plotting and planning and strategizing. Finally, we're 10 minutes before New Year's Eve. And I personally did not want to spend my New Year's Eve sitting on the curb. So I asked my friend, would you be willing for us to pay for your Uber to go back home so you can watch the ball drop, watch fireworks, and be safe? So that way we can at least go into the club before midnight. She turned to me and says, I'll get in that Uber, but once I do, we are not friends anymore.
I'm the
So
$300.
hold on. So y'all, what y'all think about that? So the young lady was talking about how she went to Miami with some friends. They're supposed to go out for New Year's Eve. They had a plus size friend that was with them. The plus size friend was told she got to pay $300. And they sat outside the club and debated for like 2 hours on what they were gonna do. And 10 minutes before midnight, the girl said, "Hey, well, let's just go ahead on in, and we'll pay for you an Uber to go home." And the girl told her, "When I get in the Uber, we ain't friends no more." So, what y'all think about that? Give me your thoughts in the chat. What do you guys think about that? Do you think the friends should have went into the club still? Should they have just found somewhere else to go? Like, what do you think should have happened? I'm interested to hear that. So while y'all are coming up with those responses, well, I'll answer Lou's question once we're done with the random videos. So I'm not going back and forth with the topics. But yes, what do you guys think about this scenario? So Abby said she ain't a real friend, left her friend out in the cold. Exactly. I was like, Why? So I've seen videos where they talk about in Miami that they be like charging women. They're kind of like discriminating when it comes to, like, I guess, skin color, and then also when it comes to like size. Because I've seen women say, "Well, yeah, because I was dark skinned, they told me I had to pay to get into the club." I mean, I've seen people do videos on that. I've never experienced it. I don't go to the club, let alone in Miami. But I mean, how you gonna sit here and charge people $300 because you quote unquote plus size, and then you talk to the promoters? Like, these are people that she apparently know because she reached out to the promoters, to make sure they can get in for free and have an expense-free night. And yeah, I mean, if I went with my friends to the club and one couldn't get in, either we gonna just go ahead and like chip in to pay $300, or we just all gonna go somewhere else for the New Year's. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna be like, well, hey, you going back to the hotel and you can watch the ball up on the television. I want to be in the club. Like, I wouldn't be doing that. That's not what I would do. But let me kind of rewind this back a little bit so you can see the beginning of the response from the actual friend that could not get in, the quote unquote plus size friend. I got her response coming up next. 1 second, y'all.
If you've ever wondered why people say Miami tests friendships and Vegas tests relationship, let me tell you about my New Year's Eve last night. 4 of us get ready to go out. I already DM'd the promoter for Vendom, so that way he said we can get in, there'll be alcohol, no, wait at the door, everything's all
So
good.
Abby
We
said
pull
that
up,
club
one
promoters
of my
want black
friends is
women
plus
in
size,
Miami
and
to
they
have a
tell her that she
certain
has to pay
aesthetic
$300 at
to
the door.
enter the
We all
club.
thought
I
we were gonna
believe
have an
that now.
expense-free night. So no one wanted to pay for the $300 entry fee. We spent over 2 hours trying to figure out if we're going to split it. Can she put on her credit card? Whether we're just going to leave, go to another club, like literally just doing everything. And we spent over 2 hours plotting and planning and strategizing. Finally, we're 10 minutes before New Year's Eve. And I personally did not want to spend my New Year's Eve sitting on the curb. So I asked my friend, would you be willing for us to pay for your Uber to go back home so you can watch the ball drop, watch fireworks, and be safe? So that way we can at least go into the club before midnight. She turned to me and says, I'll get in that Uber, but once I do, we are not friends anymore.
Sounds legit to me. Who's the
I'm
friend?
the $300 plus size Miami friend. I felt like I needed to come tell my side of the story. I'm from New York. I flew out to Miami to hang out with these girls that I thought were my homegirls. Everything was planned for New Year's. One of my friends hit up the promoter, let him know how many girls were coming, and everything was good. So we get to the door, and the promoter is like, I have to pay to get in because I'm plus size. All of them can get in except for me. So at that point, I basically felt targeted, and I'm tight. Like, I'm mad. I'm confused. I'm like, so now we're outside for 2 hours trying to figure out what we're gonna do, going back and forth because I can't get in because I have to pay $300 because I'm plus size. And my former friend says, can we Uber you home? I tell her, I'll get in the Uber. But once I get in the Uber, me and you, we not cool anymore. So 10 minutes before the ball drops, they go inside and I Uber home, and they're cut off after that.
Okay, so y'all see the friend, right? That girl ain't plus size. That girl a brick house, okay? And she won't let you see what she working with, y'all. She made sure that she gave you guys the full visuals, honey. Like, I don't know why they call her plus size. That girl is hourglass figure, unless she done lost some weight, which I don't think she done lost that much between um the end of last year and now. But what y'all think about that? And then she was prettier to me than the first girl who was talking about, well, I didn't want to spend my time outside on the curb. Like, what? So Lou said, how is she plus size? I don't think she plus size. What y'all think? Smooth Will said, plus size, oh my lord. Yeah, she ain't plus size, is she? No, I think she just what they call, she thick or whatever. Yeah, I think she cute. Yes, ma'am. The thing about it is that I'm glad them girls left her because that let her know what kind of friends that she really don't have. Go get you some friends, um, that's ride or die. Go get you some of them, girl. You done came all the way from New York to hang out with these shits. Why are y'all outside talking for 2 hours about what we gonna do? they gonna chip in to get you an Uber, but they didn't want to chip in for that $300. Come on now. So Lou said, that's plus size. I'll take an order of that. I'm sure you would. Abby says, didn't look plus size to me. Smooth Will said, absolutely not. That girl not plus size. Not at all. I wonder, and I'm just being, facetious here, but I wonder if old girl who was friends with the promoter, if she didn't tell that man, hey, my friend's coming, she plus size, charge her, because maybe it was a fee for all of them, but they was gonna say, hey, well, you got to pay $300, and how people be just doing stuff on the side, like I don't know, but I wonder if there was something more to that as to why she got charged this $300, which didn't get paid. Because sometimes when you look better than people, they be trying to hate on you. It could be where, they was jealous of her because she's cute and didn't want her to be in the club getting all the attention. People are like that, y'all. For sure. Now I saw where Smooth Will said I wasn't gonna be getting left at the club. I know that's right. I won't be left outside in the cold. Now you right about that. I can't find the comment, but I did read it somewhere. Shout out to that. Okay, y'all. So Abby says you never know when to surprise me. It was definitely more to it than, oh, we gotta pay 300. No, it was more to that. That girl knew that promoter. And so she probably had something going on the side. And I did see where Abby said that they want a certain aesthetic inside of the in these Miami clubs. I did read that. I don't know why my screen is stuck on this laptop from time to time. For those who are here, please like, share, comment, subscribe, support the channel. Yes. Okay, Lou said probably just trying to scam her. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But I mean, I don't know. But I'm glad that she, saw what she needed to see. And I hope that she had a pretty okay time by herself bringing the new year. That's probably was the best situation for her. Okay. So let's go on to this next video, y'all, and keep it going.
Ladies, they're faking STD tests. This is not a drill. They're faking STD tests.
For some reason took it upon himself to send me a fake STD test.
For just $20, anybody could get a fake STD test panel in a matter of minutes that looks just like the real thing. According to the sites that generate them, they're, quote, for entertainment purposes only. But what happens when they're used to deceive people?
He sends me this STD test as a screenshot via text. I see the test and I'm initially excited because I'm like, okay, great, I'm gonna get to see this man. But then, right, I know that I have to double check it. I'm like, okay, let me look up this lab that I've somehow never heard of. Lo and behold, the lab does not exist. Okay, so this is looking a little sus because when I look up QB Laboratory Corp, pretty much the only thing that comes up is fakestdtest.com or whatever. Also, I can't seem to find this doctor listed on this test.
So moving forward, ladies, you gonna have to go to the clinic with that motherfucker. Y'all are gonna have to get tested together. Or if you let them go get tested independently, you better verify them tests. Look at them results. Check out the lab. If it's a lab you never heard of, go Google it and search it. If it doesn't come back to a legit laboratory, forget about it. Be safe out there, ladies.
Okay, y'all. So y'all saw what they talking about. They got the fake STD test out here now. They said for the ladies, but that's for the men too. That's for everybody. Everybody know this. Okay. Fake STD tests going on out here. People need to be out here going together to get these tests done and just, people is gonna send you some test results. And I'm glad that young lady went to go look up the lab and stuff like that. And then putting it out here to the people, letting us know what's going on. Because I wouldn't have known. I would not have. So Abby says, why would you face something that serious? Exactly. These people do anything these days. I showed y'all before how this lady was saying she worked in a clinic of some kind. and that people came and got tested for like HIV and stuff like that, right? And she was saying that she would see these people out in the clubs with women or with men. Yeah, she would see them out with people, like out with people. And it's like, she couldn't say anything to these folks, like, you might wanna like, yeah, and so she's knowing these people what they results say. And she's seeing them out here living their best life, probably ain't told a soul, ruining somebody's life because they got an uncurable disease and ain't told nobody. So people out here do not care. That's why you got all these, what they keep saying, well, they got all these high rates of HIV in PG County, in Houston, and Atlanta. Y'all better be out here checking. Be careful, y'all. Um, Let me just say this. Now, last week I brought up the whole thing about Desmond Scott and Kristen Scott getting divorced, and y'all was real quiet on me. That's fine. I'm gonna do a think piece on that. But let me just say this to y'all. So this man was out in Houston, then got caught tonguing down some woman that he just met that day. Okay, now you, sir, you done cheated on your wife. She done filed divorce. You done put out an apology note talking about, oh, I'm so sorry. I hate that I hurt her. Whatever the case is, then you get caught literally the next week tugging this chick down that you just met that day at a restaurant. Like, y'all cannot be out here with meeting these random people participating in this type of behavior. You don't know what these people got. I'm sure you guys saw the video of the light-skinned man that got all this redness around his mouth. Don't know nobody know how he got all that. They speculating on what lips he may have been kissing on or whatever. So y'all be careful out there. People got stuff out here. So what we got here in the comments? We got Dwayne saying facts. He also said, I'm not trusting nothing. Welcome to the live stream, Dwayne. Glad you're here. Manifest reality. First of all, shout out to you, girl. Thank you for being here. I know I commented in the chat, but I want to tell you that verbally as well. She said all doctors, medical facilities should verify more than just one look. Yes. Smooth Will said go take the test together, period. Manifest says, well, as well with paternity tests, everything needs to be verified exactly. LaVonda says, oh, I don't know those people, so I had nothing to say or add, laugh out loud. I hear you, LaVonda. But that's the biggest divorce story on the social media right now. Them two right there. But I'm just saying he didn't got caught out there tugging down this woman that he just met that day because they thought this woman was the mistress. But she said, no, I just met him. I didn't know that he was married. I didn't know anything about him. But you don't know anything about a person and you sitting up here in a Houston restaurant tugging them down. I'll be talking about it in my think piece. I'm gonna have the clip. Cause I can't talk about that here because y'all know who I'm talking about. So I'm gonna do it on a standalone video. But yes, y'all, what we got going on with that. So what else do I have in the random video file? Let's keep it going. Okay. That was a nice answer. That was a nice answer, y'all. You know, he didn't, he was asking, he said he's into fashion, but he felt that her outfit was a little risque. I mean, she got on a little cat suit, with the with the capri leg pant. She got the back out, a very sliver of a side boob out there. She giving me Tina Turner vibes from back in the day. Like, what do y'all consider her outfit to be risque? I think it depends on where you're going. Would I consider it risque going to church? Absolutely. But if she was going to a party, going to maybe a kickback, that's kind of casual, I think. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm comparing that to what I be putting on back in the day and today, but we'll see. So Lou says, laughing out Lavonda, you sound like me. Who them folks, Lord? She said, Tiff know everybody. Lavonda said, I couldn't stand him and was upset that he was chosen. Oh, you remember the dude right here on this Pop the Balloon episode. Abby said, these Pop the Balloon shows ain't real in my opinion. It's all for clicks and views. Look, Abby, let me tell you, I saw this one clip, and this man was pretty much just coming up with reasons as to why he didn't want to choose somebody. And the producer, which I believe is Arlette's husband, he came from behind the camera. He came from behind the camera, but I don't think he went on camera and told that man he got to go because he picked up on, hey, this person ain't serious type of thing. So I guess there is some level of realness to it, but I don't know. I think I did see where the first Pop the Balloon couple got engaged maybe a few months ago. So, but yeah, you're right. I think there are some people who come on that show just to get like some notoriety, get a little bit of fame, and there might be some people who are actually going to looking for love, but it's always a toss up, in my opinion. So Lou said he must be intimidated by her confidence and beauty. Maybe. Or he could be intimidated by the fact that with her looking the way that she do, other men will be attracted to her, and he gonna have to always be on his game, trying to keep her essentially. But if she with you, she with you. It ain't gonna matter what nobody else got going on, in my opinion. So Lou said, where they get these fools from? I don't know. I guess do they like do an audition for the people to be on the show? I have no idea. Because I've seen it being done in other cities, actually. So then we got Lou saying, where is Aaron the plumber? I was thinking about him when I was talking about this show. I really was. He's somewhere doing whatever. I guess he's around here doing emergency plumbing right now. Lavonda says they've had 4 or 5 people who've gotten married and engaged. Okay, it's been 4 or 5. Okay, I knew about the one. Well, that's good. Then Lavonda says, Lou, he was hilarious. Talking about Aaron the plumber. Lord. Aaron the plumber had a medical issue recently. Well, they had to carry him out the apartment or something. So I'm hoping he's okay. I haven't heard anything else about that since I saw that clip. So Manifest says, yes, I believe there's an audition. Okay. All right, y'all. So before, let me see what else we got here. I don't want to get too. Why is my thing moving? Okay. Okay. Let me continue with the next. I think I got another one on here. Let's see what we got going on. What's next? Is he gonna play? Y'all, this doggone phone.
You late and you get regular polish, and then you messed up your nails, and then you complain about me? What the fuck? No, but you should get jail. Your damn nails, fucking broke ass.
Oh yeah. Let me rewind this. Let me see if I can rewind this bad song. So we might see a little bit of the previous one, but I want you to see this from the beginning.
On a normal basis and on your social media, where is the average?
Okay, y'all, it's gonna come on after this.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, probably about a 6. This is probably as much as it gets. Yeah. You know what? I'll take it up a 7.
So you have to be, you have to
So
complete
I'll let
a
you
form to be
decide.
chosen.
If you and I got to know each other better and
says,
decided to
many have
proceed,
been married
if I
and
asked you to
no
tone it down just a little bit, would that be a deal breaker for you or no?
Oh, okay.
Probably. Yeah, I want to wear what I
That's
want.
what's up.
When I want.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You late and you get regular polish, and then you mess up your nails, and then you complain about me? What the fuck? No, bro. You should get jail, your damn ass, fucking broke ass.
No, you was making me wait, and then
No, you should get jail, your broke ass.
Let me sit in this chair and went and help somebody else. What the fuck, bro?
Bruh, I told you you gotta get jail, you get regular polish. That's why the shit don't dry. That's why I gotta let you wait.
Well, you gotta put me under the damn fan. That's what you got a fan
Bitch, I tried to put it in here right here.
There's no fan there.
What the fuck? That's the whole fucking light right there.
There's a fan.
It's the same damn fucking shit, bro.
Whatever, bro.
Fuck.
What kind of shit you running over here?
Man, I don't give a fuck, man. Get the fuck out of here or something, bro. I don't need your fucking business, man. Fuck. That stupid ass.
Don't worry, I'm recording this whole thing.
I don't give a fuck. You recording your shit.
I'm about to post your shit.
I don't give a fuck.
LP rants and raves.
I don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out of here. Get your money ass somewhere else. We don't give a
I
fuck.
hope you get run over.
No, get the fuck out of here before I get that door hit your back. Stupid ass. You can't come in here and pay me and then you can talk to us all kind of way you want to, bro. The fuck?
I can talk to you however the hell
No,
I
you
want
cannot.
Go back to your damn country if you want to act like that.
Back to the... You just told me to go back to my country?
Yes, I did say that.
Bitch, I saw your fucking EBT card in there. Guess who?
So what?
Guess who paid for that motherfucking shit?
What?
I did.
Oh, well.
Bitch, you know how...
Bitch, how you want me to feed my kids? I'm fat.
Oh my fucking God, bro. You got me fucked up, bro.
Yeah, you got me fucked
I
up.
pay
Bitches
taxes
like to eat.
for your fucking food.
Yeah, bitches like to eat and my kids like to eat.
I pay taxes for your fucking food and you told me to go back to my country?
Good. That's what you
Your
need
fucking
to do.
lazy, big ass bitch. The fuck look like a fucking upside down bowling pin looking ass.
That's because I like to
You look like my fucking suburban, okay? Fucking potato bill looking ass. You
Yo,
My homeboy left his.
hold on, y'all. That was a lot. Hold on. Y'all, that was a lot right there. Hold on. That was a lot. I done said about 3-4 times. That was a lot. I mean, he didn't call her upside down bowling pin and then talked about the EBT card that he said he helped pay for. Baby, that man was not backing down. I don't know why they supposed to be playing with these people at the nail salon. I don't understand. I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. So manifested what started all this. I don't know. It just came. When the video came on, they was going at it. So sound like, from what I can understand, something about her coming late, didn't want to get regular polish and not the jail and all of that. It's a lot. I mean, I don't know if he wasn't trying to pay her, if she wasn't trying to pay him or what. I mean, I can try to rewind it and then we can watch this again. Give me 1 second.
Wife.
1 second, y'all. Me trying to get this.
That his wife knew.
Hold on.
So I.
Oh my fucking God, boy.
Is the love of my life.
Sorry, y'all. This
He
is a
found the
very
love of his life with a
very
woman
small screen.
that his ex-wife knew.
Okay, let's try that.
Pay taxes for your fucking food and you told me to go back to my country. Bruh, I told you you gotta get jail, you get regular polish. That's why the shit don't dry. That's why I gotta let you wait.
Well, you gotta put me under the damn fan. That's what you got a fan
Bitch, I tried to put it in here right here.
There's no fan there.
What the fuck? That's the whole fucking light right there.
There's a fan.
It's the same damn fucking shit, bro.
Whatever, bro.
Fuck.
What kind of shit you running over here?
Man, I don't give a fuck, man. Get the fuck out of here or something, bro. I don't need your fucking business, man. Fuck. That stupid ass.
Don't worry, I'm recording this whole thing.
I don't give a fuck. You recording your shit.
I'm about to post your shit.
I don't give a fuck.
LP rants and raves.
I don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out of here. Get your money ass somewhere else. We don't give a
I
fuck.
hope you get run over.
No, get the fuck out of here before I get that door hit your back. Stupid ass. You can't come in here and pay me and then you can talk to us all kind of way you want to, bro. The fuck?
I can talk to you however the hell
No,
I
you
want
cannot.
Go back to your damn country if you want to act like that.
Back to the. You just told me to go back to my country.
Yes, I did say that.
Bitch, I saw your fucking EBT card in there. Guess who?
So what?
Guess who paid for that motherfucking shit?
What?
I did.
Oh well.
Bitch, you know how.
Bitch, how you want me to feed my kids? I'm fat.
Oh my fucking god, bro, you got me fucked up, bro.
Yeah, you got me fucked
I
up.
pay
Bitches
taxes
like to eat.
for your fucking food.
Yeah, bitches like to eat and my kids like to eat.
I pay taxes for your fucking food, and you told me to go back to my country.
Good. That's what you
Your
need
fucking
to do.
lazy big ass bitch. The fuck look like a fucking upside down bowling pin looking ass.
That's because I like to.
You look like my fucking suburban, okay? Fucking potato bill looking ass. You.
Okay. So Manifest said, so basically the owner got upset because customers made choice of what they could afford. This tenant was disrespectful. Oh yes. On both parts. Girl. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to say to this. I have never been to a nail salon and had this kind of exchange. And I typically get regular polish. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this last clip I got for y'all, it's a trip. Check it out.
My homeboy left his wife for someone that his wife knew. So I asked him, I said, well, man, can I be with your ex-wife? And he gonna say, no, you can't be with my ex-wife. What kind of question is that? It don't even matter, man. I'm already with his ex-wife. His ex-wife, I always wanted to be with his wife, his ex-wife, you know what I mean? So it don't matter. He probably gonna find out via this video that I'm with his ex-wife, but it don't matter. Me and her, we got plans. We're going to Gatlinburg, Tennessee on Valentine's Day. We're gonna be in the cabins up in the mountain. We're gonna be in that hot tub, and I'm gonna be giving his ex-wife the loving that he wasn't giving her. Two wrongs don't make a right, but in this situation, we're gonna be wrong until otherwise. But you know, at this moment, his wife, his ex-wife, is the love of my life. So he found the love of his life with a woman that his ex-wife knew. So why can't his ex-wife be happy with a man that he knows or knew? He probably don't want to be my friend no more, but it is what it is.
Okay, y'all. So y'all heard what that man said, right? That man said that somebody else trash is somebody else's all treasure, honey. The ask his friend if he could get with his ex-wife and got with her anyway. Okay? They going to Gatlinburg for Valentine's Day. Let me tell you something about this man right here. That man said that he couldn't wait for his friend to get divorced from that woman. That woman is his soulmate, okay? He got plans, honey. He got plans. They going to Gatlinburg, Tennessee for the holiday, okay? He ain't playing around with it. He said, we're going to be wrong until otherwise, okay? That's the love of his life, y'all. Lord, Abby said, that's messy. Now, Lou said, this is madness. Lavonda said, the audacity, wow. Lou said, they got a lot going on. Well, y'all remember, was it the America Morning Show, whatever show it was, and they had the couple that was cheating on their spouses. They worked on the show together. That couple has now got engaged, and they are now getting ready to get married, and they're going to invite their ex-spouses to the wedding, is my understanding. And the ex-spouses are now dating one another. Now, if that ain't messy, I don't know what is. Yeah. Was it Good Morning America the two people were on? Yes. Oh, yeah. So Manifest gave a thumbs down. Yeah, honey. Look, that man said he about to do some things for her that her ex-husband was not doing, honey. He said he gonna take this opportunity to show her that he appreciate her. This is what he want. This is what he would want to be at until otherwise. Okay. Yes, honey. That man ain't playing around. Ain't gonna put it on TikTok and then be like, well, yeah, he ain't gonna be my friend no more now that he know that I'm dating his ex-wife. And you probably just a rebound, sir. She probably ain't really interested, but she going on that trip to Gatlinburg, I tell you that. But anyway, y'all, what else we got? We have been on this live stream for an hour and 44 minutes and 45 seconds. I went a lot longer than I anticipated. But y'all, I am going to be doing a live stream on Saturday. I had to reschedule it, but it's gonna be on Saturday. I'm not going out of town again. It's gonna be snowing here this weekend, so I may do more live stream this weekend. We'll be being snowed in, if you will. But anyway, y'all, what we got? We got Abby saying that relationship won't last. Probably won't, but like he said, we together until otherwise. So that's gonna be the otherwise, and we're gonna see how long this lasts. He might give us an update. But yes, y'all, I'll be back on Saturday with a live show. I am going to have the video that all things keep mentioning about Kendra G and Corey Holcomb. I haven't seen that, so I'm gonna find it, and then I'll make sure I have it for Saturday. But yes, y'all. Whoo, y'all, I'm tired. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna call this a day. If you catch the replay, please leave a comment or whatever. If you're still here, like, share, comment, and subscribe, support the channel. And with that, y'all, I will see you guys on Saturday.